Hello, YouTube friends and family, as well as Facebook friends and family. I have something very important I need to say and to explain to everyone as per my intentions of making the current YouTube videos I have made and the ones I am going to make. The past few days since I've been starting my YouTube channel and creating the videos like I have been noticing that a lot of my more or less friends on Facebook, one in particular, not going to mention any names because, like I said, with the respect factor and everything, he himself should know who he is. If he goes back in those messages, he'll be able to see it. But basically, on one of my posts, whenever I said about having a YouTube channel, about people checking it out and whatnot, giving me their opinions on it, he actually commented in part of my language on this. It's not vulgar, but just in case there is anyone young listening to this or watching this video at this current moment, it is for the fact being that he specifically said, "Damn, you go, dude, you lay the law down." And that is not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to lay the law down or anything else, just the facts and the truth underlying what is really going on in the world today, how we can work upon it to change it if it's negative, and if it is positive, how we can keep it positive and keep it from altering and become negative, and how we can make ourselves better overall as a human being and as a part of everyday life. And with that being said and everything, I myself am making these videos because I've always been the type of person for years. I am good at giving advice, whether it be on a personal, emotional, or physical level, or to somebody I don't know. But whenever it comes down to it, I may be able to give advice, but I'm not the type of person. I'm the type of person where I cannot take my own advice. Like, I can take advice from every other people, but I can't take my own advice as well as I can give it to them. So I figured by going off and continuing with this series and starting this channel, my first channel, and beginning these videos, I can go off and express and show everyone that I can give people advice, how I can outlook on that, outreach, stretch my ability to give people advice, and instead of just in Aptona alone, if there are many other people wherever watching this video, by helping them, give them advice. Figure, there is one saying, one person can make a difference, and if that one person, if at any point you feel like you're that one person, take that initiative, be that one person, gain their respect and everything else, be the person you want to be that person that is presentable, whether it be in a job location, a career field, a school environment, whatever. Present yourself how you want other people to see you, not for some wannabe, hard acting all the time, trying to act tough, starting fights with the random people and everyone else. So, whenever I think of somebody who is presentable, I think of somebody who is well-groomed, has manners, knows how to speak to people, not with all this slang like, "Yo, how's it going? Y'all be crazy," whatever. Okay? Somebody like that there, yes, he or she can speak intellectual-wise, whether it's using facts within what they're saying, providing sources, or whatever. You can go off and you can present yourself in a most dignified way, and people will respect you. Yeah, you maybe go off and act all hard and everything, like I said before, use a lot of slang. Yeah, there may be people that respect you, but whenever it comes down to it, there are wrong people that are respecting you. The people that you want to respect you are the ones that you might work for down in the future. You might go off and, who knows, you might be great friends with them down in the future, because right now you may be starting with somebody, whether it's in school or out of school, wherever, you may be starting with somebody, but you gotta stop and think, I'm starting with this person, right? I'm starting a bunch of crap, I'm starting fights with them, but where is that going to lead me somewhere down the line if I end up getting a job and he is my manager, or he is somebody who is above me, and I have to listen to them, and if I start stuff with them, I get fired? Where's that going to lead me? Out of a job. Not able to pay rent, not able to pay the bills, not be able to provide for your family if you decide to start one. So what are you going to do? You cannot rely on benefits your entire life. At some point in life, you got to go off and you got to do for you as you. You cannot hide yourself with a metaphorical mask. You cannot cover up what is real about you. Because you can go off and you can do that. And if you go off and you do that, people can look at you. They are able to tell that the way that you're acting is not how you act, is not you, is not your personality, is not your persona. So whenever that does happen and they see that you're faking, they'll know that you're fake. They know that you're not worth wasting their breath over, not wasting their time over. You gotta give them a reason to see, hey, this person, he's a good guy or a good girl. He knows what he's doing. She knows what she's doing. They both got their head on straight. They want to go for a common goal? Okay. I'll help them out. Plain and simple as that. But if you go off and you do everything that is basically negative based or just out there, you're not going to get anywhere. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. And for the one person who put on my Facebook that comment, no. That is not why I'm doing this. Like I said, I'm doing this to help people with no monetary gain involved. The only gain that I'm getting out of this is self-confidence and the happiness of knowing that I might be able to help somebody with this. Plain and simple as that. I'm not trying to do it for the money because honestly, money is not existent. It does not exist in my mind right now. Because that is not what's important. Money cannot buy happiness. Money cannot buy friends. Money cannot buy anything of supplemental or sentimental value. Only thing money can buy is what is solution, more or less. And what is solution is what is not real and is something that does not last. Because you can have all the money in the world, buy everything you want, but whenever it comes down to it, what are you going to do if, you hit the lottery one day? But what are you going to do if and when that day comes, you hit the lottery and you're the type of person that's mean to everybody, cusses everybody out, cusses out people that you call your friends or your family, and whenever you hit the lottery and want to share it with them, what are you going to do whenever that point in time comes and they're not around because of the way you acted and the way you treated them and the way you treated yourself and held yourself? Whenever it comes down to it, family and friends and life overall, as well as yourself as a human being, are 100% times more important than money or monetary value. Plain and simple. Because money is something that empowers us. If you have money, you have that feeling of wanting this and wanting that and wanting this and wanting that, and you don't have that feeling of, hey, I worked for this, so that means there's actual meaning for it. Because if you don't work for something, you just go out and just pay with the money that nobody knows where you're getting it from. How are you going to feel? Oh, yeah, I got this thing here. Oh, I got these new Beats headphones. Oh, they're loud. It makes me feel like a new person. Okay, may have you feel like a new person for the first week to a month, but after a week to the month's over, how are you going to feel then? Because you wasted your money on something that you didn't actually need, that it's more of a want than a need. And instead of you paying that money that you had for something that you needed instead of something that you wanted, and you got what you wanted instead of what you need, how are you going to live? How are you going to be without that one thing that you needed? Whether it be a food item, a food product, clothing, whether it be something like that. Rather than getting something that you didn't really need, because yeah, you can go off and get headphones or whatever, but what happens if you don't have a device for it? What happens if you have no use for it? In all reality, you're just wasting money for something that you want, but you don't have the necessary components to be able to use the item. Everything works in a system of events. It's like gears. It's like look underneath the hood of a car. If you look under it, there's all these different parts. You got the engine, you got the spark plugs, you got the carburetor. You got all these things that come together to make the vehicle run, to make the vehicle start, the ignition process, everything. You take all that there out, even one piece, even a single spark plug, whether it slips or a line snaps or a cable's out of place, it ain't gonna start. So if at any point in time any component is missing underneath that hood or anything is out of line, it's not going to work. It's not going to work smoothly. And that's another thing. For those who skateboard, okay, you got to take care of your skateboarders. If you skateboard and whatnot, and that's what you do, it must be a hobby, it must be a love, it must be a passion. You got to show that love, passion, and respect to it. You can't just ride every day without cleaning or taking care of it. Here's a little bit of advice, okay? Because this is what happened when I used to skateboard before I had an accident, okay? If you are a skateboarder, you skate for however long you do that day. When and if you get home, if you're done skateboarding for that day, take it apart. Learn how to if you don't. Clean everything. And after you're done cleaning everything, oil the wheels where the bearings sit. Because if you do not, the bearings will break. You will fall on your back. Plain and simple. For the fact being, oiling bearings in a bicycle where the pedals are for the crank, or even the bearings in the wheels for a skateboard, whether they're pro, street, it don't matter. If you don't oil them, it's like not oiling gears to a certain mechanism. If you don't oil those gears, it's going to start running raggedy. It's going to start going as if you're on a bumpy road, a bunch of potholes. And after that happens, you know what's going to happen then, right? Bam. The gears are going to smash together. Whenever they do, system failure. Everything starts to shut down. That's like, for example, your human body. If you do not take care of yourself, drink enough water, you will begin to dehydrate yourself. And if you dehydrate yourself and you know you're having symptoms of dehydration and you don't do anything about it, your body is going to slowly shut down. If you have too much consumption of stuff like salts or butter, it can clog up your arteries, in turn shutting off important organs like your heart. You gotta do what you gotta do to keep your life on track. That's all I'm just trying to tell you guys today, okay? And, well, that's going to be the end of this one here. So, if you guys have any questions or anything else that you'd like to see me speak on, anybody needs any advice, just leave it in the comments. Subscribe, like if you want to, and I will see you guys next time.